Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and we are here with the stupendous,
oh my word,
Chris Horne from Amscan this time. Stupendous Chris Horne. I'm running out. I'm seriously running out. Yeah. Anyway, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Still battling on, of course.
Good.
And still enjoying myself, so that's a good thing.
Well, today you're going to make something, and I don't know what it is. I can see. Oh yeah, you're going to make something quite fancy. Okay.
Well, you see, you look at that and you say it's quite fancy.
It is.
But it's very, very simple, and that's my mission.
Yeah.
Is simple air-filled stuff that looks.
That's your modus operandi.
It is.
Is that right?
It is. Yeah. Everybody's a bit strapped for cash, aren't they? And stuff. So if we can come up with designs that are quick and easy to put together, very simple techniques, but still have that element of ooh.
Yeah.
Then hopefully that will help, and this is one of the things I've come up with.
See, we could have an acronym for that. Element of ooh.
E-O-O.
You.
I don't want any more acronyms.
Element
Greg.
of ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, show me this element of ooh.
Okay, so it could be a table centerpiece for an event. It could be a gift. It could be all sorts of things.
Okay.
So it involves a stand. Homemade stand, but you buy one if you wish. But if you can make them yourself, then it's obviously going to be more cost effective. So this is just a square of MDF and a stick, drilled a hole, and then I've painted it in colours.
Does it go all the way through?
No, I just drilled a hole of the appropriate diameter and wedged it in with some glue.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's
Very
all.
good.
Really, really, really simple. And most of it's going to disappear, but I have painted it in a toning colour and shade so that it fits in with all the pastel dusk colours that I'm going to use. This is the first, well not the first, but these are the only time I will purchase Farrow and Ball paints.
Okay.
I can't afford them on my walls.
Is that
in
an
my house.
expensive paint then?
Very.
Okay. Did you get the little sample pot?
Yes, that's what I bought. And it's enough to do several of these.
So what colour is that called, do you know?
Do you know, I can't remember.
Okay.
I really can't remember, but they're one of these companies that use all sorts of weird and wonderful names for their paint, so it's definitely weird and wonderful, but I honestly can't remember what it was. But it's a nice, soft, delicate sort of mauvey, lilac-y shade, and it fits in really well.
It does.
With these, so
very good.
That's why we're doing it. And I'm just going to build a very, very simple sort of centerpiece-y kind of thing, and I based it around this balloon, which is technically a Mother's Day balloon. Yeah. But it doesn't actually say Happy Mother's Day or anything like that. It's best mum ever.
So it can be used
so it's an everyday balloon.
Birthday, anything.
Absolutely.
You just want to give your mum a present.
Precisely. So it's perfect for that. And it is all the nice colours that go in with. So we've got all the pastel dusk which pick up all these colours here. Yeah. You could obviously use some of the others as well, but it just works with all of these. So find your foil that you're going to use and then choose your colours to match.
Very good.
And so we're going to literally put a cluster of 4 balloons. So we've got 4 of the 5 pastel dust. We've got the laurel, the rose, the blue, and the lavender here. And I'm going to put a cluster of 4 balloons down at the base here. And these are inflated to 5 inches. Oh dear.
Oh, oops. Chris.
Now, see, what happened there was something that was predicted by our friend Alex, who said, when you're doing a base like this, you need to sand it down carefully to make sure there's no rough bits. I said, no, I shouldn't need to. It should be absolutely fine because I'm not going to be putting too much on it. And there we have it. So I was hoisted by my own petard there. Yeah. But there you go. It's a lesson learned. It didn't happen when I did the test piece, but it is a bit rough. This is an actual stick, not a piece of dowel.
There are, a couple of Sharpie bits.
Yes, there are. So I have to be very, very careful when I do this next. Oh, now that was the other half of the one that just popped.
I'll get it.
These things happen, don't they? But yeah. So it is an actual stick rather than a piece of dowel. Not because I prefer an actual stick, it's just I happen to have a lot. So I used it rather than a piece of dowel. So if I push them down to where I want them to be before I wrap them over, then we'll be okay.
All right.
Okay, so for that, and then I've just got to make sure that I match all my colours up now. These are inflated to 4 inches, so 5 inches and 4 inches. Yeah. So I've got 2 clusters, so I'm just going to wrap on in time-honoured and traditional fashion.
Yep.
Then at the top, I've got another cluster at 4 inches and one at 3. And so we're going to go the opposite way round. And back to this technique, I'm going to pull the neck of the balloon through the middle of the cluster, wrap it a couple of times, weave the neck through to make sure that this cluster is very firmly and tightly attached to the bottom of the balloon, so it sits nice and no wobbly there. And then take the neck of one of these and get the colours in the right order again, because I've got myself slightly confused. There we go. Pull that through there like that. Round a couple of times, and then this will sit on the top there. Now I've put a uninflated balloon over there to protect, because the end was rough. So I've put that there just to protect these balloons from that. That will sit there, but to secure it in place, I'm going to pull out one of the necks, go all the way around, and then just wrap it through. And that will fix it.
And the balloon offers a bit more friction as well.
Yeah. So that once round with the neck sort of ties it onto the top of the piece there.
Yeah.
Bubble chain. I'm not going to spend time showing you how to do it. We've done it on numerous other episodes. So do please refer to one of those. I think there's a basics.
Yeah,
with that.
Absolutely is. BMTV balloon basics.
Tuck that in there like that. Wrap it around a couple of times. And then tuck it in again there to just give a little bit of detail between the two layers. I'll put those in later. The thing that's going to make this stand out are these.
Wow.
These little woven flowers that I get lots and lots and lots of questions about. So I'll show you in detail how to create these. They're actually really simple once you've got the hang of it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
So once you've got the hang of it is quite important.
It really is. You need to practice a bit and be very logical and systematic about it.
I mean, nobody would look at that. I think it'd be very hard to look at that and figure out how that's done.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that anybody could.
No, well, I spent a long time trying to figure it out and watched other people do it.
Oh, really?
But I've eventually got there. And it's all down to system and logic and doing it step by step. So you need 3 balloons. Oh, hang on. You also need to count. So I'll start again. Okay. So you want the balloons to be inflated to the same length. Yeah. So you can either use a digital machine or you can count the number of pumps. I think there's 5 pumps there, so I will go 6 for this one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little bit of air out to soften it. Tie it off. And do that 3 times so that we've got 3 balloons of the same
Why do you do
length. It just straightens out the kinks that you get with a hand pump and tends to stretch it a bit and make it a little bit softer again. So 4, 5, 6. A little bit of air out, tie it off. And yeah, I'll give it a bit of a stretch and a bit of a smooth. And
look at that.
That's perfect. Not bad, is it?
That's perfect.
We'll see if I can do it a third time.
Almost. Wow.
And a little bit of air out. Tie it off. And another little stretch. And this one will go horribly wrong. Yeah, a bit too long.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. Perhaps I didn't let enough air out.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. Take the end, turn it into a loop here. Tie the ends together. Do that with all 3. And then we're going to turn each of these loops into 2 petals.
Okay.
So now I've got an option to make these. I can just stretch them a little bit more so that they match up with that one, so that they are all the same length. And then fold it in half, find where the middle is, and twist it like that. Yep. So you've got 2 of the same length. Okay, push the ends together, twist. So now we've got 2 loops the same length. That one feels a little bit tight, so hopefully it'll be all right, but if it's a bit tight it can pop later. But we'll cross our fingers and hope that it's going to be all right. Twist them all together like that. So we now have 6 loops.
It's not difficult so far, is it?
Not difficult so far, but this is the bit that confuses. So pull those out the way for the moment. Okay. So now I'm going to push the whole thing like that. So it kind of windmills a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so each loop is sort of just tilted and tucked under the previous one.
Yeah.
And now, right, step by step. We need to swap this balloon on the top with that balloon on the bottom.
Okay.
Switch them over.
All right.
So we're going to put a hand in there, pull this one up and push that one down.
Okay.
Turn it around, same again. Turn it around, that one there. So we're bringing the balloons on the bottom layer up to the top layer.
Yeah.
One at a time. And then the last one there.
Okay. Wow. That was not that difficult at all.
No, it's not. But if you don't concentrate,
Yeah.
then
I can see how you could get mixed up.
you have to make sure that you go in and do each one after the other, and then it's fine. It's done. So once you've got the hang of it, then all's good. We need a centre. I'm going to use Sempertex Fashion Navy Blue. And I just want to inflate it to, I don't know, 3 inches-ish. Squeeze the air up into the top. Tie it nice and tight so it's nice and round and the right colour. And pull that into the middle of the flower like so. Now if you make 2 flowers of quite dramatically different size, then you could tuck one inside the other and get a double layered thing.
Yeah.
You can change your colours and make a different size, but you know, that's the technique, and it's actually simple, but you need to really concentrate hard.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to tie those into here. So we'll take the smaller one. I don't need all these tails, so let's remove 2 of those.
Yep.
And we'll put one in that side there. So it sits there like that. Pull it a little bit to the front. And then the other one down here. So again, remove 2 of these tails. And we'll tie that one into
Because
there.
these are air-filled, if you were to do multiple ones of these for Mother's Day, for instance, you can do them way in advance, can't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not too far in advance because of the 260s. 260s don't last as long as the round ones do. But they still last. Yes, you can.
260s, and that helps them last.
Yes, it does. It does. It's not something I have done much of.
Yeah.
Because it is quite a faff.
Yeah.
But it can be done. But yes, you can do them a few days in advance because certainly the reflex 260s, they do last quite well. So 2 or 3 days in advance, and you're still going to have at least a week of use after them. 2 navy blue balloons, inflated, squeezed tight, tied up tight against the base there, and then tied together like so. And that will just give me a little touch of navy blue there. And the worst of the. Oh no, we're okay. I caught it.
Well done.
I hadn't glued it, well, I don't glue them in place when I'm doing these things. I would do, were I selling this to somebody, then I would fix those in place. But when I'm doing them on BMTV, I tend not to, because it's all a question of speed. But then sometimes...
So that's what can happen.
I rescued it though.
So if you don't...
If you let go at the end, that's what happens.
It'll all unravel.
So never let go of the ends.
But well caught.
Yes. Yeah, I was amazed. Tuck that back in again. More firmly this time. And I was aiming for that to sit there, I think. And there we go. So a very simple design, but one that is lifted.
That's lovely.
By the addition of the two woven flowers, and it
definitely
all ties together because of the colours in the foil. So just make sure that you're careful with your colour choices.
Yeah.
And there you go.
That's wonderful. Absolutely beautiful, Chris. Okay, well, thank you so much for that. Now, as a guest on BMTV, as you know, you get to ask everybody the question of the week.
I do.
What's it going to be?
Well, I've done the bubble chain again. I had a bit of a disaster with it. So, well, I didn't have a disaster. I fortunately managed to rescue that.
You rescued it.
But, you know, I'm going to throw it out there. Can you do these things? Do they work for you? Are you okay with bubble chains? You know, or are they your worst nightmare? Do you like using bubble chains?
Do you like using bubble chains? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Chris, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon. And that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. And check us out on Instagram as well. Be happy, be positive, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.